Hello, everybody, and welcome to another town hall. I am introducing our Assistant Director, Miguel McQueen. Go ahead, Miguel.
Hello and good morning, everybody. And we want to thank you for joining us for this town hall meeting this morning. Let me start off by saying we appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedules to come and get some really valuable information. But I also want to convey to you, really, why are we doing this, right? Number one, compromise of arrears program. What is it and how does it work? We'll get into that. But why are we doing it this way and why is it important? I think those are two important things that we want you, the customers, to understand is aside from the world we live in now with COVID and not having the ability always to walk in and see people face to face, even when you walk in having a mask on. But what's important to us is that we can connect with you and reach you individually. And we want to allow you more ways to be able to do that. We want to have more interactions with you so that we can then help you. That's what we're here to do. We really are here to help. And this is a part of that. And then we're trying to find new and different ways to allow you to touch us more frequently. Ask questions, find out what's going on. And we may not be able to change everything you want, and we might be able to do a lot more than you thought we could. And so I wanted to come on today to do the introduction to welcome you. And we have a really excellent group of people of our staff who are going to help you both providing the information right now, but also want to follow up later on individually to each one of you who identify yourselves. We'll reach out to you and find out how can we help. Again, it may not be here, it may not be a different way, but we're here to help you no matter what. And so with that, I just wanted to say hello and good morning to the second of our town hall meetings. And today it's about compromise of arrears program, or you're going to hear people say COPE. And so with that, I'm going to move on to the next person. I'm going to introduce the next person up, and that is Mr. Keith Summers. Keith, you're up.
Thank you, Mr. Miguel. Sorry about that. I was muted. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to welcome everyone that's here today and say thank you for attending today's session. I would like to introduce you to the Compromise of Arrears program, also known as COPE. It is a debt reduction program. Before I get into the meat and potatoes of today's topic, today I am joined by three of my colleagues, Ms. Ana Duarte, Ms. Antonia Gomez, and Ms. Priscilla Madrigal. Between the four of us, we have over 43 years of child support experience. The COPE program is very special and dear to our hearts because we've been able to help many customers with their child support debt. At this time, I will go ahead and turn it over to Ms. Ana.
Thank you, Keith. Hello, everyone. In today's presentation, we'll be providing you information regarding the COPE program. We'll go over the COPE program, the qualifications you need to meet, what the program doesn't do, how to apply, and some important rules that you'll need to follow in anticipation of applying during the application process and after you sign your agreement if you are approved. At the end, you'll have an opportunity to ask some general questions. What is Compromise of Arrears? The Compromise of Arrears program is a program for eligible parents with a pass-through support balance owed to the state for supporting children through public assistance programs like CalWorks and foster care. The program offers the opportunity to pay a reduced amount instead of the full balance owed, similar to a debt reduction program. I'll turn it over to Ms. Priscilla, who will be going over the criteria you need to meet in order to apply for the program.
Thank you, Anna. In order to be eligible to receive an application for the COPE program, the following criteria must be met. The minimum balance owed to the state must be greater than $501. This could be on one case or over multiple cases. If you have applied and been denied COPE, you must wait 12 months from the denial date before reapplying. For example, if you applied and were denied on December 20th of 2019, you must wait until at least December 20th of 2020 to be able to reapply. If you previously entered into a COPE agreement and failed to maintain the payments and were subsequently rescinded or removed, you must wait 24 months from the rescission date before reapplying. If the department has filed contempt charges against you for failure to pay your child support, you must wait 6 months from the filing date before applying. If the department has obtained a conviction against you for failure to pay child support, you must wait 6 months from the conviction date before applying. There must be no evidence that you stopped making payments while you were able to in anticipation of applying for COPE. Ms. Antonia will now inform you of what COPE doesn't do for you.
Thank you, Ms. Priscilla. My colleagues already told you what COPE will do for you, and I'm here to tell you what it doesn't do for you. Number one, it will not forgive your entire debt, but it will reduce your past due amount. Number two, it will not change your monthly child support obligation. For example, if you have current support and you're paying on it now, that amount will stay the same until it's modified. And for that, you can see your caseworker, and they can discuss other ways to help you modify that amount. Number three, COPE will not reduce your past due support owed to the other parent, and this includes your spousal support. So in a nutshell, if your children did not receive public assistance or were never in the foster care system, then you will not be eligible for the Compromise of Arrears program. We do encourage you to contact your worker for other alternatives. Now, Mr. Keith will give you some important rules to keep in mind.
Thank you so much, Ms. Antonia. Please do not stop paying child support simply because you are applying for the COPE program. If you stop making your payments, you may potentially be disqualified from the Compromise of Arrears program. We need you to please provide complete information and documentation that is required along with your application. Please do not hide income or expenses. Information that is crucial. This information is crucial in order to determine your approval. In the event that you are approved, please keep paying your current child support. Make your payments as agreed. And one of the most important rules that as a requirement of me is please, I need you to work with us. The more information that you provide to us, the better off chance we have of getting your application approved. Please, we want you to be successful.
So remember, we are here to assist you. If you would like to apply, contact us through our customer service line at the 866-901-3212 via the internet through Customer Connect, or if you know your caseworker, contact them directly via the email or by phone. We will screen your case to see if you qualify for an application, and we will walk you through every step of that application. So don't be afraid to contact us. We are here to assist you. And there are many ways for you to contact via email, phone, Customer Connect, or customer service. Ms. Priscilla will now go over the checklist and application.
Okay. Thank you. So once you've received an application, you will also receive a checklist. The checklist explains all of the additional documentation you will need to submit along with your application. I want to emphasize this information needed when you submit your application. Once your application is reviewed, we may request additional documentation or clarification to proceed. This is an overview of the COPE application. As you can see, you will be asked to list your offer. This is the amount you are offering the state to settle your child support balance, paid in a lump sum or in monthly payments for up to 36 months. Based on the information you provide, your offer can be accepted, denied, or the state can counter your offer. You will be asked to provide information about yourself, your employment, and tax information. You will also be asked to provide information about your income, your assets, such as real estate property, vehicles, and bank accounts, as well as your expenses. As previously mentioned, please provide all of the information requested and be truthful with the information as this will be used to determine your eligibility to the program. Now I'll turn it over to Ms. Anna.
Thank you for attending this informational presentation. I hope that we have provided you with the tools to take the next step. We are here to assist you. Now the floor is open for general questions.
Good afternoon or good morning. My name is Joe Cruz, and I will be facilitating the Q&A session. Thank you to all of our panelists for providing all of that wonderful information on COPE or the Compromise of Arrears program. If you want to submit a question, you can use the Q&A function that is located on the bottom right of your screen. I am going to go around and ask each of our panelists if they have any questions in their box ready to be answered. So I'm going to start with Keith. Keith, do you have any questions?
Why, yes, Miss Joe Cruz, I sure do.
Thank you.
This one comes out from Mr. Jimmy. It says, Keith, does the payment plan have to be 3 years? Well, Jimmy, guess what? It does not. The payment plan can be up to 3 years. So a prime example would be if you were to have let's just give you an easy number of $3,600 over a 3-year payment, that would be roughly $100 a month. If you decided to pay that off in 1 or 2 years, then obviously we would recalculate and you could do it in a 1 or 2 year period. If you feel that you could pay it off in 6 months, then you can do that as well. We just want you to be successful, and we just want to give you the opportunity to have a term that is best fitting your needs.
Thank you, Keith. So did you mention that all of them are 3 years? All of the COPE agreements are about 3 years? Is that the longest that you can pay on those?
Yes, ma'am. That's the authorized amount of time that you're allowed to pay.
Okay, thank you. Let's go to Anna. Anna, do you have any questions?
I do. Thank you, Joe. The first question I received was from Anthony. The question is, does it become a court order? So does the COPE agreement become a court order? No, it does not. It is an administrative process that we do here in our office. We have you sign your agreement. We go over all the sections, but we do file your COPE agreement with the court. So once that's filed, we will send you a copy of your signed agreement with our declaration that we've submitted to the court for your records.
Good information. You have any more questions, Anna?
I do. I have one more, and this one is from a Mr. Sanders. The question is, why do you need all the information you're asking for? This is a question that we get all the time. Some customers feel the COPE process is a little intrusive because we do ask for a lot of information. But what we're trying to do is build a case on your behalf. We want to be able to provide as much information to the state to ensure your approval. So that's why we ask for a lot of information. That's why we are in constant communication with you so that we can get all the information needed to present our case to the state, explaining why you are unable to pay the full balance owed on your case.
So it sounds like there's a lot of research going into from your end. Anna, can you tell me about how long the process takes?
Well, it really depends on how much information our customers provide to us at the beginning with their application. So the more information we have, the less time it takes for us to do all the research to be able to enter all our information into our state approved system to get our customers approved. A lot of times customers have a couple of delays because they need more time for documentation or to gather their documentation. So we are always willing to give that extra time to ensure your success. So we can get you approved within a short period of time, let's say 30 days, but we also want to ensure your success. So we do work with you, give you additional time if it's needed, and all that information comes in, it's processed through our system, and we try to get you approved as soon as possible.
Okay, sounds good. Perfect. Miss Priscilla, do you have any questions?
I do. I have a question that came in from Christine, and her question is, does my spouse's income count? We do not count spouse's income when recalculating the repayment. amount. So we're going to ask you for proof of your income and all of the shared expenses, but the spouse's income will not count towards calculating that repayment amount.
Thank you.
Okay.
Do you have any more?
I do.
Okay.
I have another question. It says, this one's from Peter. What if I have other kids that live with me? Again, we're going to ask you for all of your household information, including any dependents that still live in your home. And yes, all of that gets entered into the state system and will be taken into account when recalculating your ability to repay back the state arrears.
Thank you so much. Okay, now we're going to move on to Miss Antonia. Antonia, do you have any questions waiting?
Yes, I do. The first question I have, it asks, if I'm approved for the program and I'm on the payment plan, can I pay off the balance sooner? Yes, you can. Anytime that we make an agreement, we make it for a certain amount of time, up to 36 months. However, if you come up with some kind of money or you're able to pay it off sooner, then you can do that for the agreement, and then we close the agreement sooner. And then my next question I have is, will you still take my taxes? One of the things that we do have on the checklist is, or one of the questions, one of the things we look at is, have you filed for taxes? We will be looking at the 2 years prior of taxes, making sure that you did file those or that you will be filing, or why you didn't file. If there's times where the taxes will pay off some of the amount before the compromise, and there's times where the taxes will come in after the compromise and pay off the balance on that compromise. So we will be asking for you to file your taxes. And I believe that's it for my questions.
Okay, I have a general question, and you can just, whoever wants to answer this one. So we are talking about arrears or past due support that is owed to the state. What if you have money that is owed to the custodial parent? How does that work when you have a compromise of arrears?
I'll go ahead and take it. So when we have customers who have balances owed to the custodial parent, as long as money owed to the state, we encourage our customers to work with the custodial parent in taking care of the arrears owed to him or her. So it does not prevent you from applying for the compromise of arrears program. We can still assist you with what's owed to the state. And there are times where we're able to open up that line of communication between our custodial parties and our non-custodial parties. So we've had several cases where it's been a great outcome on behalf of both parties, as well as being able to handle the state arrears.
Thank you, Anna. Okay, I'm going to go around one more time just in case we missed anyone. Keith, do you have any questions pending? Nope. Anna, any more?
No, I do not.
Okay. Priscilla?
No, no more.
Thank you. Antonia?
No.
All right. All right. Once again, we want to thank everyone for joining us. Thank you to our panelists for doing an excellent job. We are going to, this session is being recorded. And if you want to go back and check your notes, or you want to review this presentation again, we will send you a link so that you can look at it at your leisure. We thank you, and we look forward to you joining us on other sessions. Thank you very much, and have a wonderful day.